Not supposed to be talking back there. Okay, Laura, do it.
I wish this evening would yield your majesty more pleasant anticipation.
My wish also.
At least we can hope that all will go smoothly and quickly.
Marion, nothing moves quickly when dealing with academics. They normally see themselves as teachers to the world, giving pronouncements, opinions, and other semi-divine words. And the more educated they are, the more insufferable they are.
Your majesty could claim some slight distemper and excuse herself from the evening.
No, this evening must be faced, and the prickly hospitality of Lord William and his wife, Lady Anne, must be endured. Besides, with this being the 250th anniversary of Queen's College, Oxford, the Queen could hardly be absent.
And it is Christmas. That should help soften the evening's work.
I doubt even Christmas will help soften his insolence. Ever since Lord William was appointed Chancellor at Oxford, he has seen it as a warrant of immunity from his duty as a subject of England.
Why does he challenge you so?
He confuses patience with assent and mercy for weakness.
Maybe he bears some secret to his advantage.
Of secrets he has many.
How so?
My sources tell me he has a wandering eye.
An eye which leads his body to lusty adventure.
Precisely. He has a history of mistresses throughout the colleges. One would think that adultery was one of the duties of the position.
Oh, to think an adulterer could hold such a position of high trust.
A university such as Oxford, filled with spiritual devotion and tradition, deserves better.
One would think a man so vulnerable would be less arrogant.
Pride and arrogance have a disabling quality about them that cripples the bearer from seeing his own defect. In the midst of his self-absorption, he gives pronouncements on how all others should live.
I understand that you prefer the company of younger professors.
Precisely. Young academics are interested in proving things, exploring the boundaries of knowledge. They have energy and a desire to persuade. But as they grow older, they become less interested in proving and more interested in protecting. They become seekers of position and power instead of seekers of insight and wisdom.
What else have you learned about the Chancellor?
He is disliked by all who associate with him, especially the master of Queen's College, Edward Bates, who, like the Chancellor, is consumed with a grasping ambition.
Oh, heavens. Well, there now. Your crown rests with regal beauty upon the brow destined to bear it.
Marion, we have yet faced the ultimate boredom, a room full of university professors. Let us proceed with our duty.
You must tread carefully tonight, William.
Your concern is noted, but unwarranted, my dear.
The Queen is not here just to celebrate Queen's College. She is here also because of the mischief you have caused her.
Oh.
She could have attended the 25th anniversary of St. Anthony's College.
Ha! The Queen would not waste her time on such an event. Queen's College has a 250-year tradition. St. Anthony's has just 25 years.
Still,
It's
she
but a babe.
She could have sent an emissary. Either way, caution must not be abandoned. Your position as Chancellor is at stake.
You mean our position, don't you?
Don't attempt righteous indignation. Your character won't support it.
Don't lecture me on character issues. You are just as ambitious as I.
And so I counsel caution.
Do not fear. I shall be Her Majesty's loyal subject. She'll find no present reason for eviction. Besides, it's Christmas.
What confidence he shows. Does he not recognize his peril?
His emotions are but tools of his trade. Handled expertly, they fashion their product.
He will need all the experience he can gather tonight. The Queen has come to remove him, of that I am most sure.
You must be careful not to descend with him.
My star rises tonight while his outline burns to ash.
Then all that was his shall be yours.
And I shall possess all of it. Oh, I love Christmas.
See how Edward struts and preens. There's more danger from him than from the faded and spent power of an old queen.
The Queen is your adversary, not Edward.
Hardly. The queen has no power to remove me. The board of governors will not remove me. My place is unassailable. Yet, Edward is a different story. It is the little foxes that spoil the vine.
Good evening, Chancellor. Lady Anne.
Good evening, Master Edward. Lady Audrey.
Lady Anne, your beauty tonight may cause you to outshine the Queen.
Thank you, Master Edward. Your comments are most generous. I will not with Phoebus contend tonight.
Phoebus?
Phoebus, the god of the sun.
I am suited more for the place of Artemis.
Artemis? Artemis?
Artemis, you know, the goddess of the moon.
My beauty is best revealed tonight.
Yes, my dear, you look lovely. Master Edward, I trust all is in readiness for the Queen's arrival.
Yes, my lord.
Your chorus will be singing In Dulci Jubilo. I so enjoyed the traditional Christmas music.
No, I have decided to change the music. I know how the Queen enjoys works by modern composers, therefore I've chosen works by Thomas Weelkes and John Bennett.
You have changed the entire program.
Yes, I have improved it greatly.
How dare you change the music without my permission? The pieces I had selected were, in my judgment, best.
With all respect, the issue is not what you judge best, but rather what the Queen regards best. It is for her that I have chosen the music, not for you.
Fanfare.
Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth, by the grace of God, Queen of England, France and Ireland, and of Virginia, defender of the faith and supreme head of the church.
Hail to our royal sovereign, hail to this noble court. Let all the subjects gather, let minstrels here report. This be our solemn vow, her pleasure to pursue. Thus sing we here and now, all friendships to renew.
Your musical gift I gratefully accept and cherish. Know that the love and affection with which you present it is matched equally with the love I have for all of you. Love and loyalty surpass any of the temporal glories which surround the throne. Gold, silver, and jewels may be acquired, or even taken by force. But love and loyalty must be desired, not compelled, and so to the more highly esteemed. It is to your welfare that I am committed, and your love and loyalty are my greatest rewards.
Never has a country been blessed by such a sovereign. We are guided by your wisdom, protected by your strength and resolve, and in awe of your matchless beauty.
Your Majesty, one of our country's bright, young composers, has written a madrigal in your honor. All creatures now are merry-minded. All hail, fair Oriana!
All creatures now are merry, 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 merry. The shepherd's daughter shakes, the shepherd's daughter shakes, daughters play and play. Your lips are full of honey.
Sound a little faster. It's wrong, isn't it? Yeah. Does it feel like it's too soft? blah, blah, mean rest. One, to the last one, sorry. Medi, mom. Every time there's a cadence, between your window. Top, top, top.
All creatures now are many, 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 the shepherd's daughter shakes, the shepherd's daughter shakes, daughters plain and plain. Your lips are full of joy, your lips are full of joy, your lips are full of joy, your lips are full of joy.
You do us great honor to attend these festivities.
Thank you, Lord William. This celebration is close to my heart, for in the 2.5 centuries of existence, Queen College, Oxford, have produced a number of wise and learned men who have served well their fields of study. They bring not only knowledge into this realm, but wisdom with which to apply that knowledge. Wisdom without knowledge is its own type of tyranny, which we must all be vigilant against. I thank you, Lord William, and I know your worthiness.
Your Majesty, in whom all the muses have gathered in your genius, we, your humble subjects, have prepared an evening of song and dance for you. May we, with your leave, perform for you now.
Display your talents with all craftsmanlike ardor, and know that I will enjoy.
We have chosen the works of John Bennett and Thomas Wilkes, for we know of your affection for the modern composers.
Too short in winter sadness, see weather mixed with gladness. La 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 la. Too short in winter sadness, see weather mixed with gladness. La 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 la.
too have provided a special ale for this evening's festivities. It is made here in the very city of Oxford from the finest local ingredients. Too strong for you, my lord.
Take it away.
My lord, you must sample the sherry recently plundered from the ships of the Spanish Armada, thanks to that scoundrel Sir Francis Drake. Drink ale.
Here is the bowl, the fine crystal bowl. It is time for the giving of toast. We rise to give honor, for that is our goal, and we gratefully join with our host.
Her Majesty and my dear guests, this is my toast. Of friendship and cheer we all can boast. Here then I greet you with a cup of wassail. Down with the one who won't say, drink ale. To Her Majesty the Queen, as fair as May, the blessings of longevity we pray. May her realm throughout the globe be spread, and to her enemies bring great fear and dread. Drink ale.
Wassail, wassail, all over the town. Our toast it is white and our ale it is brown. Our bowl it is made of a white maple tree. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. So his is to cherry and to his right cheek. May God send our master a good piece of beef, and a good piece of beef, that may we all see. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. Come, butler, come, fill us a bowl of the best, and we hope that your soul in heaven may rest. But if you do draw us a bowl of the small, then down shall the butler bowl and all. Then here's to the maid in the lily white smock, who tripped to the door and slid back the lock, who tripped to the door and pulled back the pin, for to let his jolly wassailers be.
To Queen's College, Oxford, I lift my cup, for in the 2.5 centuries of existence, may she ever serve as a field where science, music, and the arts will always flourish. Drink ale.
To the Chancellor of Oxford, for his many, many, many years of service to this university. We hope that he'll enjoy the fruits of his labor as his retirement draws near. And since we know of his affection for the old masters, may we sing a toast now to the finest art, a lovely German setting by an old German Kapellmeister, O Musica.
Thank you.
not bid me enter, but my request is one not lightly to be refused.
Speak it then.
The honored guest of this feast awaits entry to the revelries. He is patient, but time cools his ardor. He is silent, but aromatic, and as he is silent, I come as ambassador to petition admittance for him.
Bring him in.
Bring in the boar's head!
The boar's head in hand bear I, bedecked with maize and rosemary, and I pray you, my masters, be merry, potestis in convivio.
Caput aprite ferro, redensare somnio.
The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all this land, which thus bedecked with the gay garland, let us servire cantico.
Caput aprite ferro, redensare somnio.
Our steward hath provided this in honor of the King of Bliss, which on this day to be served it is, irreginentia trio.
Caput aprite ferro, redensare somnio.
The boar is dead, a fearsome beast. He provides the meat on which we feast. The object of sport, the boar would snort. Being eaten, I enjoy least.
I wonder, in this academic setting, what wisdom can we expect from a fool? Fool, do you have any learned foolishness to impart?
None that hasn't already been spoken by those more qualified than myself. What knowledge I have gained is not marked with sheepskin, but with bruises, knots, and calluses. I am but a scholar of the common man, and my field of study is but foolish commentary on the commentary of fools. And I know enough to say that the quality of a lecture is measured best by its depth, not its length. It need not be everlasting to be immortal.
My lord, you have sampled much wine and ale and wassail. Do try one of my newest recipes, a dessert to be served later this evening, plum pudding.
Gladly, my lady. Excellent, my dear. With a fine brandy to flame this pudding, our guests will be warmed inside and out. The ingredients seem to be of the finest and freshest variety. One particular spice tastes so exotic that I cannot name it.
That is my little secret, dear husband.
Oh, what a fitting dish to conclude our holiday dinner. Your Majesty and my dear guests, we are ready to be served. Let the feasting... I beg your pardon. Oh, I am suddenly...
What has happened to you? Your forehead is hot with fever.
And my stomach... Oh!
Call a physician, the Chancellor is sick.
I am not sick. This is not a fever. Oh, this is treachery. I have been poisoned.
Oh, Patty, call a physician.
It was the pudding.
Or the ale.
Or the sherry.
Someone help, please!
I am out of the physician's grasp. Her Majesty must find the guilty person and be swift in judgment.
William!
The Chancellor is no more.
Yes, that one more time. I'm just doing something wrong about the foot measurement.
assistance in solving this crime, so your presence may be requested. No one is to leave the university. In the meantime, you will all proceed to the Great Hall for the holiday feast in honor of this great university's anniversary as planned. Our dear Lord William would have wanted it that way.
Bring him up, Laura. Come back. Shannon, maybe you ought to wear that all day. You're used to it.
Oh, God.
Dr. Helms will love it tomorrow morning.
Can I mean, I got the train thing. Can I not wear it right now? It's really killing my neck. I need to put some padding right here. It touches my neck. Is that okay? I mean, it's not the problem with the dress.
Laura, your cue will be the drum. The drum would.
Her Majesty the Queen.
Chant around while you're doing it too. Boom, boom, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 10. So that really move away from those poor people here. Put it down again, Laura.
Her Majesty the Queen.
Lords and ladies, I have interviewed several of our assembled company and my investigation continues. I noticed that many of you have chosen not to eat the pudding this evening. You lost your appetite. Our dear Lord William certainly has lost his. Would that he were here, but I am sure he observes us from above.
Or below.
And I am sure he would not wish for the joyous spirit of this holiday season to be disturbed, all because he ate and drank too much.
So as the Queen continues her investigation into this most unfortunate murder, let us resume our celebration.
Thomas Morley, a thoroughly modern composer, has written a song in praise of the Christ child. Since Lord William has no further objections to modern music, may we sing it for you now?
You that want to my pipe sound, did you need to tread your ground? Shepherds leave your pasture sweet, you that want to my pipe sound, did you need to tread your ground? Shepherds leave your pasture sweet,
That's right. Don't touch. It's promised.
now he's a wealthy man. Would that I had more money.
Fool, what money thou hast, thou waste on drink. Thy means are very slender, and thy waist great.
Wish that it were otherwise. Would that my means were greater, and my waist slenderer.
Oh, quite, fool. Let us hear Master Bird's lullaby.
Still foggy, still foggy. Everybody get along.
We didn't hear it. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You just have lost. Sneak in, Sprout, sneak in.
Fool, surely you do not intend to smoke that beastly weed tobacco? That intemperate habit is harmful to yourself and to those around you.
Quite the contrary, Your Majesty. Why, tobacco is a magical potion, drunken through the nostrils. It has metaphysical qualities and medicinal properties.
Quiet, fool. I fear this debauchery is spreading. This immoral stimulant is being sold at high prices throughout the realm. Tobacco houses are becoming as numerous as ales and even brothels.
All medicinal establishments, Your Majesty. Tobacco clears the sinuses. Ale cures the melancholy. And a brothel.
What? Her Majesty does not want to hear of such things. Good sir, sing of the pleasures of tobacco.
Come, Sir Jacob, fill some tobacco, bring the warrants on fire. Haste away, quick, we say, do not say, shall delay, for I drink none good today. I swear that this tobacco is perfectly indicado. By the very, very mass, never was better beer was here, by the moon or the blood. It is very, very good, 'tis very good. Fill the pipe once more, my brains and strength, for it is very I am giddy. My head it rains back, it rains joys, it rains from within, in the well purged and made clean. Then those that do condemn it, for such as not commend it, never was so wise and wise, good to better, it is good, let them go, better to discern, as I do, no sweet, the sweet of Trinidad.
I am not convinced. Fool, you are banished to the designated smoking area. Go to your room.
Your Majesty, we had planned to offer another lullaby about the Christ child this evening. It is a century old and was discovered Cathedral archives, we were to have presented the premiere performance of the Coventry Carol in your honor. But Lord William had the only copy of the manuscript, and we know not its whereabouts. Lord William's scholarly reflexes are still strong. Why, even in death, he is seeking yet another publication credit.
Your Majesty has certainly not lacked suitors, however. Henry, Duke of Sweden, Eric, Duke of England. Yet your Majesty has steadfastly maintained her title of the Virgin Queen.
We have heard enough of our good Queen's many admirers, though we are concerned about who will eventually succeed to her throne. That is for her to decide.
Besides, husbands are vastly overrated in many departments. My dear William was not always as sweet as he appeared. Why, I remember many evenings when he would come home from work in a violent mood. When home from work, my husband calls.
From work, my husband calls.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten from the party.
Can you hear the stitch over there? Yeah. It's just ladies.
When home from work, my husband calls.
From work, my husband calls.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten.
We're going to get to when one, two, when that's one involved. 1, 2, the remote control. What's pitch, ladies? Don't get too violent here.
When home from work, my husband calls.
From work, my husband calls.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten. From the party takes the spoon.
From the party takes a spoon.
At my head he sends it flying.
He sends it flying.
At my head he sends it flying.
goes. Right. Sings it flying, and my head, he sings it flying.
Right. Then, spiteful man, I am young and he is old. I am young and he is old. And he is old. Let's run that one.
When over work my husband comes,
Work my husband comes.
it is fate that I be beaten.
That I be beaten.
It is fate that I be beaten. From the party takes the spoon.
From the party takes a spoon.
At my head he sends it flying.
My head he sends it flying.
At my head he sends it flying. Oh, I fear he means to kill me. Just villain that he is. Just villain that he is. Ill-tempered and cruel and spiteful man. I am young and he is old. Ill-tempered and cruel and spiteful man. I am young and he is old. I am young and he is old. And he is old.
My husband, on the other hand, is the perfect mate. He is never angry, always sweet and kind. He does the housework and also feeds the chickens. He is good and so handsome.
He is good and so handsome. So handsome is my love.
Was saying,
Your husband so handsome is my love. He is never angry. Always sweet and kind. He does the housework, feeds the chickens, and night and by please. I can't keep and chickens are
All of this talk about husbands and wives has given rise to some theories in my mind about who perpetrated this dastardly deed on our dear Chancellor. At first, I thought it might have been the work of angered students disturbed about Lord William's tougher grading system. He may have belonged to one too many students. Now, however, I have a new theory.
Your Majesty, it would appear as though so do many of the lords and ladies in our banquet hall. During this evening's dinner, the fool and I went to many tables and questioned some of your guests. It would appear as though some of them have their own theories. Queen Elizabeth, please say hello too. Now by applause, story number 1. And story number 2. Story number 3. Here's though we have a winner. Story number 2. So it seems your queen with your majesty that we've solved the mystery.
I will not be swayed by pre-trial publicity.
It appears though the Queen's not buying your story after all. Enjoy your trip.
Lady Anne, why would someone want to poison your husband?
I can think of no one else, no one who would desire his death.
Was there anyone to whom he had given offense, even of the slightest mark?
He had offended none that I know. Oh, there was that music professor who did not receive tenure. However, he was generally well respected and kind. Oh, my husband, my dearest, he's gone, gone.
This again. Then I'm ruining my party. Lady Anne, was there any threatening conversation or correspondence that may have troubled Lord William?
No, Your Majesty. I can think of no such threats or provocations. Oh, there was all that hate mail about opening up a new downtown campus at Oxford. Oh, but above all, he was a generous and loving man. His loss creates within me such a painful void that I cannot imagine my life without him.
Peace! Lady Anne, stop this hypocrisy of yours.
What? How dare you?
Do not, sorry, do not continue this hypocrisy of yours. You despised William. He was but a vehicle for your vaulting ambition. You used your marriage to gain position and stature, to not create tales of love and tenderness. Your cold and feeling heart was but a killing force to any warmth he might have shown you.
So, it was you.
Yes, it was.
Lady Audrey, what is it you have done?
Your Majesty, I beg your pardon for my sudden outburst. I was taken aback by the tragedy of the moment.
Oh, tell you, harlot. Confess your sin.
Lord William and I were once lovers.
For arms to necks one green, two pair of lips one green. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Two hearts that multiply, sighs interchangeably. Fa la 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 fa la 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 la, 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 fa la la la
I remember the first time our eyes met. It was last Christmas, and we were partners in the pavane.
like he used all the others for sport and diversion. And when he grew bored, he always came back to me.
Lie!
Audrey, dearest!
Get with me! This is not a role. Sorry. This rather short and injured husband suits you not!
Audrey, how could you?
You deserve no sympathy. You should not be shocked at his infidelity. Adultery cannot flourish in the warmth and tenderness of a loving marriage. You brought this about by your own scorn, neglect, and indifference towards me.
Lady Anne, are these accusations true? Do you have anything more to say about Lord William?
Ambition, like a cancer, had fastened itself upon his heart and removed all affection, care, and honesty. He had to conquer and control whatever stood in his path, whether it was another woman or an academic office. He would do anything, say anything, to acquire what he wanted. I knew there were others, and in time I would have found out about you.
So, you did not love him?
Once long ago, I thought love was our bond. That illusion died shortly after our wedding. Afterward, all that had held us together was our mutual desire for position and prominence. My desire gave way to coldness, and then to bitterness. I have no remorse at his passing, only relief. I am free now to enjoy the love that has escaped me these many years.
You lying hypocrite. How can you speak of love after the way you treated him? What man could possibly find tenderness in his heart for a blood-sucking leech like you?
Well, Edward, shall all be revealed?
Well,
What do you mean by that?
Lady Anne and I are lovers.
For arms to next one bring, to pair of bliss one bring. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Two hearts that multiply, sighs interchangeably.
Such a harvest of conspiracy, infidelity, and deceit. Have I somehow been transported to France? To find these actions amongst our most noble peers of education cast doubt on even our most senior professors. I fear they have grossly misinterpreted the term academic freedom. The crimes compound themselves. I am reluctant to continue my investigation, but duty compels me. Lady Anne, you despised Lord William.
Yes, I did. But I assure you, Your Majesty, I never would have.
Oh, you will have time later for your defense. Lady Audrey, you said that your love affair with Lord William was ended and that he would not be his wife for you.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And what was your response to his refusal?
I felt betrayed. I felt used.
Like all the others.
Silence that tongue of yours or risk your entire head upon your next words. So, you were deceived, betrayed, and seduced? Is that not so? Answer me!
Yes, Your Majesty, but on my knees, I swear to you my
Enough.
innocence.
You will have time later for your defense also.
He was the antithesis of Midas. Everything he touched became base and corrupt. To see the way he treated Lady Anne sickened me and filled me with revulsion. He was a tyrant who ruled through fear and intimidation. And though I did not kill him, I do not mourn him.
But you wanted his position as Chancellor.
I will admit that was my ambition. Oxford would have been better served had I been Chancellor, but I was content to let his own lack of merit be his undoing. He eventually would have lost the position on his own. I did not need to poison him.
You say you were content to wait out his stay in office, yet you were eager enough to command his bedroom. You despised the Chancellor. You wanted his position as husband as well.
Your Majesty, my love, I freely confess. But we are innocent of murder. I tell you the truth.
Ah, you who would lie to your own wife, ask me to believe you.
Oh, you must believe us.
You do not command the Queen. Hear me now, for my words bear the power of life and death. The jealous wife who has endured an unfaithful husband. Finally, a new love awakens her desires, and she longs to be free of her marriage bond. She desires, above all things, to be set free. Now we come to Master Edward, the greedy climber who crab-like claws his way upward, using all in his path as footholds for his ascent. His desires encompass all the Chancellor possesses. And now, the rejected lover. She longs for the time when she and her lover do not have to practice deceit. It becomes her constant dream, giving her strength to endure her present condition. And finally, when the dream is within her grasp, it is taken away, and she vows that if she cannot have him, then no one ever will. A veritable banquet of guilt.
But Your Majesty!
Send them all from my sight. Take them to the Tower of London, where they can all contemplate their misdeeds. Poor Lord William, thrice poisoned. He certainly was a most unpopular Chancellor. Oh, the coming new year brings new hope, new opportunity, and a new Chancellor for Oxford University. May he be more humble than his predecessor. Let us all return to the joyful spirit of the season, recalling the playing of the merry organ, the sweet singing in the choirs, and those symbols of Christmas we love best, the holly and the ivy. The holly and the ivy, when they are both grown, over the trees that are in the woods, the holly bears the crown.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
The holly bears a blossom as white as a lily blood, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Savior.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
The holly bears a berry as red as any blood,
for to be a sweet Savior.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
Your Majesty, we have completed a thorough search of the kitchen and tested all the food.
Give your report in full.
The pudding that Lord William received from the hand of Lady Anne contained no poison.
Oh, really?
And the ale served by Master Edward was also not contaminated.
I see.
And Lady Audrey's sherry was also free of poison.
So it seems they are all three innocent. Yet Lord William certainly was poisoned.
Yes, Your Majesty. It seems that the wine bottle which you brought as a gift for Lord William was dropped and shattered shortly after he drank from it, and the wine was the only other substance which passed the Chancellor's lips before his death.
How careless of the wine steward.
Yes, Your Majesty, and all the wine was thus lost.
It could have happened to anyone.
No one would argue with that. And with all the evidence gone, your secret is forever safe.
And besides, who would dare accuse the Queen? Merry Christmas, Lord William. Cheers.
Let's merry be this day, and let us now both sport and play. Hide, bring us care away, God send you a happy New Year.
As gradual fade, yeah, when the Queen and Marion are going out. Are you there? Everybody here? I think this is going to be a very good show. I'm starting to like it. And it's going to be up to you to really put it out there. I think we've got the makings now. We've sort of shaped it and cut it and pasted it. And, we've got the makings now. It's going to really be up to you to get it so solid that that you can put it across not just you know what I'm saying, not just getting through it, but absolutely out there. You know what I'm talking about? And when you get an audience, you'll see what I mean. And you got to be ready for the audience. You got to know what's coming. You got to know what's coming. You got to know that. You know what the feeling is like when you know something and they're enjoying it. It plays off of each other. They feed you. That's what we're going for. You got to stop thinking about that. You got to know it's there. It's coming. And you got to want it